Good morning. It's South Coast Kane. It's Sunday morning. I think it's like the 12th of July. And I know it's been a while. It's been a few weeks. It's been as the cool kids say, it's been a minute. But I just wanted to come on here and say, hey, I'm still alive. I'm doing good, doing fine. Uh, haven't been doing much because, let's face it, it's the off season. And like the title says, it's only July, folks. Oh, but a lot of stuff has transpired here lately. Number one, Red Bull has lost their fearless leader. Christian Horner has been booted out of Red Bull. Oh, so it is what it is. Oh, hopefully, hopefully they get their stuff straight. I hope not, but that was wild stuff. Hopefully Cuban has gotten over it, but it's cool. But anyway, I wanted to talk about my perspective this morning. Katie, I've been here. It's off season. It's summertime. I mean, Oh, I've been listening and watching and hearing what a lot of folks have been saying. A lot of fine folks. A lot of good stuff out there. Oh, but the common theme, the common denominator, has been that everybody is all they're all hyped up and everybody has their opinions and thoughts and theories and everybody's getting into kerfuffles and over the upcoming season and everybody wants to prove themselves right and I'm just like it's cool and all. I'm glad everybody has their opinion. I'm glad everybody's enthusiastic, but let's remember it's only July. Okay. um we don't know we don't know what the offensive line's going to be like. Personally, I don't know this where the premise that the offensive line is whatever. I'm still trying to figure out where and how Mr. Malagoa became a first round draft pick prospect. Uh, I hope he is. I hope things have happened. I hope that he has developed. Okay? Trust me, I hope he has developed. I hope Mr. Bell has developed, you know. But unfortunately, we don't know. All we can go by is what we've seen. You're as good as your last game. All right? And I hope so. I hope so. But to sit here, in my opinion, to come out and just say that, Malgo is a first round pick and the offensive line is, okay, whatever. Do your thing. And if you feel that way, I'm not here to bash. I'm not talking bad about you. I'm just saying, me personally, in the words of the cover girl, you got to show me, you know. And um, and of course now with the release of the college football 26 from EA Sports on the gaming console, PlayStation, Xbox. Everybody's getting into that, and a lot of folks are playing these games and trying to justify their, how can I say it? They're trying to justify their, I don't want to say delusion, but their illusion of grandeur for Miami. And that's fine. That's cool. Do your thing. I'm not judging. I'm not trying to ridicule. By no means necessary. But let's remember, it's a video game, okay? And have fun with it. Enjoy yourself. Uh, you know, and you're right, Katie. And again, I've come to the realization, rent free. That young man, he had a thing on the X about that, Katie. Uh, and We don't know. We don't know. If you just go by the names and faces and what they done yesterday, yeah, it's cool. But we don't know. So again, like I've said before, right now everybody's right, everybody's wrong. You know, all season predictions. Everybody wants to talk about. Will you bet your house, or would you bet this that Miami? Come on, man. No, I'm not. I wouldn't bet my house on the fact that I'll wake up in the morning. You know. Oh, but anyway, it's crazy, and the hype, and everybody's getting excited, and everybody wants to debate everybody, and all I can do is go off what I've seen for the last 3, 4 decades, you know, and I know I'm the number three most hated Miami Hurricanes fan. I know Katie's trying to take my spot, but I feel like I'm a solid number three, right behind Cuban. But, you know, I'm fine with that. Call me a hater. I don't care what you call me, but I'm just trying to be realistic. And unfortunately, I really feel that a lot of the Canes fans, a lot of them, they want Miami to be successful so bad that if they have created this they've created this illusion that you know any little tidbit of good news that the CCC puts out that automatically dictates and equates into success. And if anybody says anything to the contrary, the CFP, the Canes fan police, will come for you. But again, if that's how you feel, great. Do your thing. Fantastic. I respect your opinion. You can sit here and say, with the additions of the transfer portal people and the recruits that Miami's going to go undefeated and win the national championship. Fine, cool. I, I'm not going to say you're wrong, but when I give my perspective, show the same respect. Don't come at me or come at us because we may have a different opinion. Um, and honestly, a lot of guys at work they'll ask, "Well, what them K's gonna do this year?" I'm like, "Hopefully, play defense." You know, and hopefully the $4 million plus that they spent on the quarterback with a bum arm does something. But you know, we'll see. It's year four. Um, I hope I hope the head coach that is Mario. I hope that this is the season. I don't know because we were told seasons past that he needed time. Uh, he has to build something, and of course, again, when you lose 4 out of 10 recruits, yeah, you got to build something. Um, but on paper, everything's looking pretty good. But my question is, this last recruiting class that came in, how many are going to be here in 2 years? And yes, I understand you have the transfer portal, yada, yada, yada. But there's a reason why these young men are leaving, you know. Oh, and also, it's crazy how everybody's going gaga over Miami getting a 3-star recruit. No disrespect to the recruit, but and on the topic of recruits, you have to understand these recruiting services and their star rankings. You have to understand those recruiting services are out to do one thing: make money. How do they make money? They promote and rate these young men coming out of high school. And, and so often we've seen that when, when Miami's trying to recruit a 5 star, and then when it comes to a day before signing day, he's a 4 star, people get all upset, you know. But it really doesn't matter how many stars they have, what they do on the field. Okay. And I guess my thing is, it's only July. It's only July. And everybody's getting all worked up. You got those who think Miami's going to win national championship. You got those who think that Miami's not going to do anything. And then you got the Canes fan police coming out, you know, trying to, Gestapo people that don't agree with the narrative. But, um, hopefully, season 4 with Mario, things do turn around. And honestly, if it doesn't, serious conversations and questions have to be asked about the head coach. We've been through, what's this, our third defensive coordinator and this will be the 4th season. Been through 2 offensive coordinators and now the 4th season. And all the supporting staff, assistant coaches, position coaches, they've changed. And when you keep changing coaches like that, be it coordinators, position coaches, how are you creating a consistent success? You know what I mean? And maybe Heatherman, maybe he will get the defense in line. And if he doesn't, I'm sure that the moral majority Canes fans will say, well, he needs time to build the defense that he needs. They will say, well, he's playing with Guidry's players. You know, they'll come up with whatever excuse. They'll come up with whatever, and it's fine. That's fine. If that's how you feel, that's great. But you know, we were told that this Heatherman dude was part of the uh what the hell's his name? I don't win a blank. I'm half tired. I worked last night. But it is what it is. It's gonna be good. Hopefully once the ACC media whatever kicks off, hopefully we can get some more information about what the roster's going with, and we can kind of have like a little season preview show, talk about the possible starters, take a look at the game, see what we think. And again, we don't know. Nobody really knows. But we'll get into it. August 31st is not that far away. But yeah, it's only July, people. Let's relax. Let's just enjoy the summer. You know, enjoy a cool beverage. And, if you want to get all excited and spend all your time and effort on, proving yourself right on what the University of Miami football team's going to do, well, then fine, cool, do your thing. I recommend you don't, because there's far more things to worry about and get upset about in this world than Miami Hurricanes football, you know. But yeah, other than that, I'm still eagerly awaiting Ike in Israel. I'm kind of getting worried about Phil and Garrett at Kane's Cast. I haven't heard anything from them in like, what's it been, like 8 months now? I hope they're doing good. Uh, Daryl Daryl Page, he he's starting to dabble into the live. I saw he was with Chubb the other day, last night, and Coach Hayes is doing his thing. I think Coach Coop has started doing his virtual season. And of course, Mr. Devin and Mr. Larry Frank over at Utah, they're doing great things, great content, both Miami and real life stuff. And, you know, a lot of good stuff out there. And like I've always said, my opinion is you got to use discernment, because when you start getting into the CCC channels, and y'all know what I'm talking about, got to use that discernment, you know. Uh, yeah, Katie. Look, I know you down there in South Florida, but up here in South Louisiana, when it's like 8 o'clock and the humidity's already higher than giraffe ass, it's like 100 degrees at 8 o'clock. You know, I'll take that over ice and snow any day. But yeah, you know, the season's going to start soon enough. There's going to be plenty to talk about, and all this talk about with this transfer coming in, that transfer, yada yada yada, and people wanting to give season predictions, and if you want to contradict that, that's cool. And personally, I don't really get into the season record predictions because me personally, just win the damn ACC. I don't care if you do it at 6-6. I don't care if you do it at 12-0. Just win the damn ACC for the first time. You know. But anyway, that's really all I had to talk about. I don't really have any real other perspective other than let's just remember it's only July, mid July. Still got a long way to go. All right. And, if you're one of those who want to go out there and, perform your crusade on how Miami's going to be successful, then go do it. Do it. Do your thing. I recommend you do it. But don't come at us who try to be realistic in our opinion and say, hold up, it's only July. You know. But right now, everybody looks good on paper. Right now, Miami looks like a national championship contending team. But let's just pump the brakes. All right, let's enjoy this time, summertime, and just be excited for the upcoming season. Maybe this is the year. Been telling myself that for what, 2 decades and plus a few years. Maybe this is the year. I don't know. But anyway, that's really all I had to say. Uh, Katie, glad you're here. I know you've been all over the place. I've seen you on the other shows. I'm glad to see you enjoying them. And like I said, man, y'all go check out those other channels, man. The Coach Coops, the Daryl Page, Truck and Chubsy, Utah, Coach Hayes, etc. Go check them out. Go tell them hello. Hear what they have to say. But just remember, you got a lot of knuckleheads out there that are that are part of the CFP, the Canes Fan Police, and they're gonna try to intimidate you. They're gonna use their Gestapo tactics, but we'll find out soon enough. Oh, and also bottom of the map, bottom of the map. Forgot about them. Sorry not to mention them, but bottom of the map. But yeah. But we're gonna get this thing kicked off here shortly. I promise. I promise. We'll get back into the swing of things. Again, it's just the off season. I mean, like right now, F1 don't race again until Austria in another 2 weeks. But it is what it is. My Mets aren't choking too much. They're trying, but they're not doing too bad. But at least Ferrari still has their team principle. But that's all I got. That's all I got. Thank y'all for stopping by. Thank you if you're rewatching this on a rewatch. Thank you if you're like, what a clown. Thank you if you don't like it. Okay? That's cool. I don't care. If you don't like it, who cares? But in a nutshell, there's really not much to talk about right now, but I did want to just show my face and say hello, and hopefully everybody's been doing well. And I'm still here, haven't gone anywhere, still here. So until then, y'all know, peace, love, and soul. Let's go, Canes, and we're gonna catch you next time. Bye.